1, 2, 3, and a 1, and a dog. Set your right, yeah. Okay. This is speech 4, my persuasive speech for speech 1001. Here we go. In 7th grade, I had a skirt check. I was at a private school, so I was wearing a uniform. All the girls had to kneel down while the boys sat in their desks, got to work on homework, and kind of looked over at us and snickered sometimes. My skirt was just a little too short. In fact, it was a 1/4 of an inch too short. Other girls had rolled their skirts so they would be shorter. I had purposely removed the stitching from mine for length. I was the only girl to get in trouble. I felt extremely shamed, and I still do to this day. I was bullied not just for my skirt, but my shoes as well. Uniforms don't stop bullying. They don't cut costs for sending kids to school, and they strip kids of individuality. School uniforms don't help students as much as people would like to think. Uniforms have been suggested to prevent bullying. I would get made fun of for wearing the wrong shoes, for how my hair was, and the grades I got. I mean, you get bullied for all of those things in public school as well, but at private school, they pick at every little thing they can find. Uniforms didn't help, and I tried to mold myself into what others wanted me to be. I asked for specific brands of shoes, I would wear my hair differently, and I started to stop trying in school. A study by greatschools.org found that uniforms and other school interventions programs decreased bullying by 30 to 50%. Yes, that's a large number, but not large enough. The socioeconomic differences can be a cause of bullying as well. Costs aren't cut by putting kids in uniforms. I know schools like St. Vincent de Paul require kids to wear embroidered shirts. Almost all uniform skirts and shorts are unique and have different patterns, and some schools even require you to wear certain shoes. All of those costs add up. When you add in that students have to wear these 5 days a week, August through May. According to a 2011 article from The Guardian, it cost 160 euros to 113 euros or roughly $78 to $126 to clothe uniformed children at the start of each school year. Now, when the weather changes, you have to buy different clothes. You have to wear pants under your skirt if you're walking to school. Boys have to go from shorts to pants, and you have to change shoes as well. If public school requires uniforms, taxpayers end up paying for those uniforms for students who can't afford them. We can hardly get taxpayers to pay for new books, better facilities, and school lunches. Why would we think that they would pay for school uniforms? Public schools allow students to express their individuality, and uniforms take that away. School uniforms suppress individuality. You lose a piece of who you are within a uniform. Students begin to conform to fit into what they believe their school and peers expect from them. A school paper from Cedar Rapids pointed out that, quote, "Clothing is an important part of our culture," end quote. Uniforms remove the ability to convey yourself and prevent a complete expression of individuality. Students shouldn't have to worry about losing their individuality, consistent bullying, or the cost that comes with uniforms. The school system should help students feel comfortable learning. Uniforms do not help with that. I don't support school uniforms. They don't create a bully-free environment that school districts would like them to. They don't help families cut costs as much as we would like to believe. And uniforms make students lose their individuality, which in the long run doesn't help students. School uniforms do not fulfill the promises that they make. The end.